And we're on.
All right. Welcome to another evening of Dungeons and Dad Jokes, where we are seem to be having a lot of issues today. Um, Welcome to those of you who are new. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can join in the chat. Because thankfully our viewers who are in the chat lets us know when things are happening on the stream because I'm not paying attention to the stream, but others are. So please subscribe so that you can join in that chat. Um, some important things are coming up uh, next weekend, right? You said you'll be in. You'll be doing a couple of. Is that next weekend?
Oh my gosh, I don't even have the calendar.
She doesn't know where she's gonna be, but
I don't
hey,
know.
she'll
No,
be around
not next weekend. On the 12th.
on the 12th. Okay.
The 12th is Frankfurt
That's the
and
weekend after next.
Louisville. Louisville?
The weekend after next. She'll be at two different locations during the week. They're one-day events. Go to our website at danddadjokes.com and you will be able to find that under the upcoming events.
The
We got a
12th is
website?
Frankfurt and the 13th is Louisville. They are both Anime Fest.
Okay. So check that out. You can also get to their links so that you can purchase tickets or do whatever through our website as well. We try to link their site to our website.
So, anime, they draw a lot, right? Oh,
Um, you know, there are a few animes out there that I really love. So, but I won't be going to those. Rhonda will be there.
What's your favorite?
Um, I would have to say my favorite is actually Spy Family. That
Spy
is my
Family's pretty
favorite.
cool.
Yeah, I really like Spy Family. I wish I
I
had
guess
all
I'm
the
old.
books.
I've never heard of it.
But yeah, no,
It is cute.
it's very cute. I love Spy Family, and of course a lot of the movies and stuff. Like Ian, my son, Ian got me into it, and he got me into it. Really, I mean, most of us have seen Avatar: Last Airbender, but he really got me into it with the movie Your Name, and ooh, that was a good movie. I was like, oh, give me more. So anyway, Uh, that's on a totally different note. But yeah, check out our website, dndadjokes.com. Things are changing on there. You can actually go in and read about our characters if you'd like under Meet the Characters under Dark Allies. Um,
But sorry about the inconsistencies. I'm working on it.
yeah, for some reason the pictures don't want to stay the size that she's putting them in there, so we have to figure that out. Um, if it's not one thing, it's something else. So hey, I don't really have any more announcements. Do you have anything? Nope.
I do not.
All right.
We have a whole bunch of festivals coming up. Just
Whole bunch. Yeah, just check the website.
and
Um,
and as we go on some of the bigger festivals where we'll be there multiple days, we will have links on there. Um, when we get it set up, we'll have links on there to descriptions of what we're going to run. But
we're hoping
we
to.
have to get to that point first. First, we have to think and create. Then we have to make the technology work.
Which tends to be our stumbling block for some reason. Anyway, so I think that's it. I think that's all we have to say. So let's just jump into tonight. Tonight's episode is the third of their first run, and we have entitled tonight's episode "Uninvited Guests." Anybody want to start catching us up? What happened last week? I mean, you don't have to catch us up. Don't start from the beginning. Just what happened last week.
So we made the delivery
The delivery.
of the artifact to the security team.
Ouch.
Um, we then decided to do a little bit of snooping around and uh, obtained the employee handbook for the catering company, as well as implanted, um, I forgot which aliases, but aliases for Phoenix and Reggie into the system. Um, and then Luna and myself ended up attending the auction. We saw a few people, one of which Phoenix identified as a very powerful magic user, with a couple others that were decent magic users, but one that really stood out. Um, I don't remember if we approached her yet, but Gibson, or uh, what is he going by now? Right now, uh,
Something with an M.
Uh, Gibson is the running name that you're going by right now, but
the
Marcus is your name at
Marcus.
the auction.
Marcus. Yes, Marcus. Thank you. Marcus approached a fairly well-known woman in the music and media industry that he identified as Star, and I forgot what her actual name was.
Well, she
But she introduced
introduced
herself. Yes,
introduced herself as Amaya Lloyd. Actually,
Amaya
no, she
Lloyd.
just introduced herself as Amaya. You didn't ask her for her
Okay,
last name.
Amaya. And we exchanged contact information. And Luna got a little bit jealous. It was at that point, or shortly thereafter, that Reggie's drone picked up some, as the title suggests, uninvited guests in tactical gear about to make their presence known. Not sure if I missed anything.
I think that after you got started, I was like, I think you covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything. I'm trying to figure out what my dots here were. I was hoping you would say something in your recap of the memory to tell me what these dots meant, but I don't remember what the dots meant. So,
Um,
so we're gonna run with it.
was it the amount of times that, or the time Phoenix spent trying to get into the closet?
No, Phoenix did have a few mishaps there, but he did manage to make it into the closet. All right. So Reggie did inform you that there were some uninvited guests. The auction is happening as we speak. I'm not gonna go through every auction item or anything
You're
like
not
that.
going to auction off those items for us?
No. That's a hand wave thing that I don't want to do that.
Did we win anything? Oh,
Well, I don't know. You're getting a little interrupted. So what are you doing once Reggie informs you that there are uninvited guests? Uh,
ETA?
and he told us they were coming through the roof.
they're coming through the roof. They're
Oh,
here.
great.
I don't think I had actually gone back to my body all the way,
Yeah, not yet.
so I'm zipping up there immediately.
Astrally.
Yeah, I'm still astral, so
Okay. All right. You head up astrally, and you see the mage there, and out one of the back rooms. Well, no, not out of the back room. You see a door open, what looks like maybe a storage room or something of that nature. Um, in this upper level, you see someone open up the door and just stop for a minute, and he kind of looks over his shoulder, and there's somebody else behind him that you see roughly. You can see an aura, and they appear to be doing some kind of spell. But the mage in the room is not looking at them or anything at this moment.
The mage that was upstairs?
Yeah, the mage is in the room right now. Oh shoot, there's 2 guards up there. I forgot about the 2 guards up there. When the door opens and they just kind of stop, both of the guards, because they were at the table, they heard the door open. They both stand up and they're reaching for probably pistols.
Okay. Is the mage isn't paying attention to them at all?
Not at the moment. I mean, he probably recognizes that they're standing up, but he's not taking action yet. Like,
Okay.
he's just now hearing it, so he's slower to react.
Okay,
He's concentrated on other things.
I'm quickly going back to my body. And as soon as I get back there, telling everybody what I saw. And that I'm going to work on making my way upstairs if I can.
Okay. So you're going to go back to your body and kind of pick up where you left off, kind of passing hors d'oeuvres. Like, are you trying not to alert anybody other than your teammates? Like, what do you...
Well, I was in that janitor closet that's almost right next to the stairs.
Right.
So I'm gonna just come out of there and casually walk over toward the stairs as I, whisper over comms to them that whoever it is probably not friendly.
Okay, so you make your way to the stairs to go up. All right. Reggie, you saw them go into the roof.
Right.
You're outside in the van. What are you doing?
I'm going to say maybe it would be best if we got out of here and let them fight their own fights.
That is a viable option.
Just a thought.
Well,
you have an escape van.
You could.
And squander this chance at chaos. No, thank you.
I think the chaos is coming with or without us.
Exactly. So why not be with the chaos than running away from it?
Because when bullets fly, you might not want to be catching them.
I will try to not be in their way.
Probably best to stay out of their way. But that's why I say, yes, best to leave.
For me, what is our purpose here?
Good question.
Fun.
What other purpose is there?
Were we going to try to get back whatever it was we brought here or anything?
Well,
if you took it now, it would look as though they took it.
But we don't even know where it's at or what it is.
In those double doors right there. And I'll point
unless
to
they moved it.
The storage room.
And we don't know what was in there, so if they've taken it out of the case, then...
Oh, we could just get out of here and maybe we'll get hired to get back whatever it was from whoever it is that's stealing it.
Yeah, chances are they're going to come down on the west side of the building. 201B or 201A on your maps there. If you stood in front of 109, the storage room, and as the attention is taken up by the people coming down the stairs, bust into 109 and then bust out through 110, I can pull the van up to that side and we can take what we want, and they can be so distracted they don't know what's going on. Just thought.
Right now though? There's no chaos going on in the room.
Not yet.
Definitely not in the first floor.
Not yet, but there's going to
Yeah.
be.
Probably should get you
Potentially.
guys out here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
here, I'll move
Oh.
me over here.
I'm going to move over to this
Oh,
area, towards the
I
bar
clicked the wrong one.
area, casually, like I'm going to the bar.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking around. Any cameras?
There are cameras. Mostly there's one pointed toward the bar and the kitchen door. There is one pointed toward the front. Let's see. Maybe I can draw it on here. Let's see. There is. Let me make a mark.
Just
And
put
sure, I'll put it in purple.
where cameras are.
They'll put there's. Oh, nope, that's not purple.
Oh,
Try
I
that
thought
again,
I'd had
shall
a
we?
jammer in there.
Okay. There's a camera here, pointing toward the bar and the kitchen door. There is a camera here, pointing out, kind of at an angle, this direction, kind of toward the stage, but covering the doors to the bathrooms, basically. There is a camera out in the lobby area. I don't, well, maybe up in here, pointing toward the doors this direction and the lobby area. And there is a camera here, basically pointing down this direction to cover any of these doors and this door down here.
So, suffice it to say, we will be caught on a camera entering the storage room.
Actually, right here.
Yes, probably by this camera specifically.
Well,
Unless
we
you can
want
turn
our
the camera off.
Do the cameras look like they're kind of the kind of cameras that move, or are they under the little black bulb thingies that you can't really see?
No, you can see their direction. You can adjust them probably. They're probably on some kind of swivel where you could probably adjust them. But they are up toward the ceiling. They're like 10 feet.
doing so unnoticed might be difficult.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at them, are they fairly high tech? How difficult do I think it'd be to get into one?
Probably not too terrible difficult. It's an event center. They're there mostly to protect the event center's property. Um, Judging by what you found on their websites and things like that, they're high end things like this. There's a chance that they might not even be recording at this time. It might just be a straight up live feed.
Did the swivels look like they're motorized? Or are they just manual? You got to grab them and twist them.
No, they're motorized.
All right. The one that I think that is going to catch us, this one here, I'm going to attempt to, let me get the appropriate sheet here. Oh. Now I'm going to have to change how this works. Give me 1 second. There we go. Get the appropriate cheat sheet here.
I don't have people in here.
You are showing that on YouTube,
What?
the cheat sheet, or it was popping
That's
up
fine.
on there anyway. Okay.
That's fine. I'm fine with the cheat sheet. At least it's not my Amazon again.
But it's so much fun to watch you shop.
Hey, shopping is fun.
You
Retail
learn a lot
therapy.
about a person when you watch them shop.
Well, seeing as me and my wife share the same account, I don't know what you learned.
Well, I guarantee you, everything bought on Amazon on our account is me and Phil.
All right. I'm going to
If
try
it
to
looks
hack on the
nerdy, it's
fly.
me. If it looks techie, it's him.
Okay, hack on the fly.
Yep. Do I need to account for any sort of noise?
No.
Okay. Then this is against your intuition and firewall.
My intuition and firewall. Pull this up. That is, ooh, 3 successes.
I will take that. I've got 9.
Holy crap.
I got 9 successes, and the rest are ones.
9 successes.
Sounds like
and
mine
the rest are
earlier.
ones. Nice.
So that means I have... You had 3, so that drops me down to 6. So that gives me 3 marks.
All right, then you're good. You're in it.
I'm going to very slowly, so it doesn't look all jumpy or whatnot. Move it just so that it does not cover that door.
Okay, so you need to move it approximately, I don't know, 5 degrees, maybe.
All right. I will do so.
All
I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
I don't know. What are our options? Let me look. I don't have that page up on front of me.
Control device.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so that's... I don't know that I'm so great on this one. It is versus your intuition and firewall.
Again? Okay.
Yep.
That's only 1 success. Nope, 2 successes.
Oh wait, and then -10 because I have 3 marks.
Shoot, man, I have to look that up because it's only got 3 dice. Or
Oh.
6 dice, I mean.
Then
But
I
got
guess I
2.
just...
I mean, you're gonna wallop it anyway. I only got 2 successes.
I got 3.
Oh.
So it wasn't too walloped. Alright, so I move it slightly.
Alright.
And once it is no longer capturing us, I'll let Luda know.
Alright.
I'm gonna watch the people. I'm checking out all these people. Are their gazes fixed on the stage?
Yeah, right now their gaze is fixed on the stage.
Is there product on the stage, or is there just auctions going on with like information on a presentation board?
There is a product on the stage. They are auctioning off. I don't know. They're auctioning off a nice. It's a nice wood box that they have open and showing some reagents in there. You will hear at this point in time. You do hear some muffled, like loud voices. They're muffled because they're coming from upstairs. but you do hear, and you do hear some stomping going on upstairs because you hear the security guards kind of moving. That does arouse the attention of the people in this event, particularly the auctioneers, because it's all happening kind of up above this area here.
Okay.
And so you do hear that, and the auctioneers and stuff, and you will see a couple of security guards kind of coming out, one out of the kitchen area. You see a couple coming down at the stairs area, and they are starting to kind of like prepare themselves for like what's going on kind of thing. They're assessing the situation because they hear it.
Good time to hit that storage area, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was waiting for, son. I will grab Marcus by the arm.
you're gonna drag.
I'm going to start moving the van around the
And,
corner to 109.
Okay.
and pull him
Around
towards me, towards the door, in such a manner that like we're moving out of the way.
All right.
And check
Okay.
the doors to see if they're locked.
All right. So you're gonna move over here to get out of the way of the security guard, basically.
Yeah.
And
I'm also going to recall the drone because we're going to be going out of here quicker than we wanted.
As I'm being ushered
Yeah.
towards the door, I'm gonna keep an eye, check what that magic user is doing.
okay. I was gonna highlight these people. Maybe I should.
Oh.
The magic user is let me get a good color. Is here. I don't know if you can see her. Oh, okay, she does show up a little bit. She seems to be. She's sitting in a seat, and she has her eyes closed. She's not moving.
Is this similar to what Phoenix does when he's having an out-of-body experience?
Very similar.
Okay, is she the blue or the red?
She's the blue.
Okay, where's Star?
Can you see the green? It doesn't show
Yes.
very well. Okay.
I can see the red.
All right. Okay. Star is here.
Okay.
I guess I could have just given them faces. I don't know. Star is here. And she's kind of just watching, and her bodyguard, in essence, is moved up quite close to her at this moment. And she's kind of waiting to see what will happen. Like, are they going to ask them to vacate? Are they going to ask them to all go into one room? Are they, like, she's kind of assessing the situation to see where she wants to go. She's kind of eyeing, checking things out and relying on her bodyguard. The other guy that had your attention, who was definitely someone not necessarily to be messed with, but does not peak in cyberware, just very buff. He's right there. He's standing up and kind of moving forward and turning around to face the main doors here, or the main entry here.
Okay.
So they're not paying attention to you guys.
Are those doors behind me unlocked?
Yes, they are. Phoenix.
Before I leave the closet,
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and just cast improved invisibility on myself.
Okay. You are going to be invisible. All right. This is where I would like some initiatives. Things are happening.
Oh, I don't remember how to do that. Hold on. Where do I find that, Chuck?
Huh?
If I'm going to roll for an initiative, I don't use a 20-sider, so what do I got to do?
Okay. Under common, it should, if you go
Okay, I'm under common.
on the right side, there's 3 tabs. One that
Oh.
says other info. The third line down is initiative.
There we go. Oh. How come I have 10 plus 2d6? I
So
add
you-
10 to 2d6. I have a
Yep.
10 and I add 2d6 to it.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
Yep.
16 for me.
Holy crap.
Jeez.
Well, start with an 11 and add a d6.
13 for myself.
A 19 for myself.
What did you get, Glitch? Gibson?
13.
13. Phoenix?
9.
Wow. Okay. Dang. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I gotta add these bad guys.
There's no bad guys, there's bad decisions.
In their case, that's probably true.
In our case, too, but some would call us bad guys.
Oh, he was not so good. And all right. Then all other students as assigned. Sorry, yes, I used a thing for a shape changer. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the guards in there. That's okay. We're gonna start at the top. Luna, the door is unlocked. What are you doing?
Okay. As I watch, as people are starting to focus on the commotion going on and whatnot, using my dance partner here, I am going to reach.
Nirvana.
I'm going to reach around Gibson and kind of throw his arms out a little bit and pull him back as I bump back into the door to go through the door.
Okay.
He's my protector.
So you're gonna force him to look like he's protecting you?
Yeah, but I'm going to leave him in the doorway as I turn and look in the room.
You know what? There's a little piece of me that says you need to roll for that.
That's fine.
What is it? Would it be like a persuasion or I would say performance in D&D, but oh, there is a performance.
There is a performance.
All right, give me a performance roll. If you don't have that skill,
Performance is. Hold on.
okay, it's a skill. If you don't have it, it's a
You're
charisma.
like me.
I'm pretty sure I don't, but I'll look. They're in alphabetical order, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Or they
wait a
should
minute.
be.
I have a performance. I don't have anything in it. Well, it says 0. Wait a minute. Let
Okay.
me look. Let me go back
That
down
means
here.
nothing to me.
I might not. It's charisma based, which is
Yes.
0. That's like the modifier.
But if you don't have any
Right.
points in it, I don't know if it's.
But I have
I
3
believe
points in it.
you have 3
Oh.
points in it.
I have
Yeah.
3 points.
Because she has some
So-
charisma.
because you have some charisma.
That I don't know.
So roll me 3. 3 dice. Yep.
3 dice full.
There are some skills that you can do this like without putting points into it. It's like untrained.
Oh, I got no successes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I can't get my dice to roll flat in my dice box back here.
Okay, you got no successes. You kind of you pull Marcus a little bit, and you bump into the door, and you kind of turn around and you start to take a look. The auctioneer notices. The auctioneer is not a security guard, but the auctioneer notices. Because he's like really the only one that's back far enough to notice.
Do I notice that he notices?
No, you're turning around to look at
Okay.
the store.
Do I notice that he notices?
You probably would, since she pulled you backwards.
All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wink at him, and I'm going to turn
Oh
and
wait.
sort of.
Oh well, you could do like free actions if you want to, but it's Reggie's go.
Oh, sorry. I'll wait till my turn then.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all right. All right. So Luna, you're looking into the storage unit. At a quick glance, you see shelves, crates, boxes, etc., etc. This is definitely a storage room, but on one side, to your left, it would be the eastern side of it would be the eastern side of the storage unit. You are going to see shelves with numbers 1 through 7, and it looks number 2 is missing right now.
Okay, because it's on the stage.
Correct. That's at a quick glance. So you've kind of pushed in here, and you've pulled Reggie towards Gibson towards you, or with you. Reggie, you rolled around the edge of the building
Right.
to be ready for them to come out the corridor. Are you going to do
Correct.
anything else?
I'm going to open the side door.
Okay. You get it prepared
I'm
for them
also
to make a run.
I've directed the drones to return to home,
Okay.
to the van,
Right.
so that I don't leave them behind. Because let's face it, they cost $1.
Yeah, they cost a little bit. All right. So your drones are pulling themselves back to the van, getting themselves reattached to the van.
One thing I'm upset with is
set up and ready to go.
I thought I had a jammer, but I think I took it off when I was having to fiddle fart with these things.
Oh no! Well, you can probably get one and put it back on.
Well, I'll do that later when I can afford it. Oh, I know. I have a supplier.
Please don't use a jammer.
Oh, no. It would be for the cameras.
Silent spell.
Following us.
The silent spell.
Yes. I love it. Love a good silent spell in the right place.
I have the ability to get through noise, but I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah. And you have nightmares from the silent spell.
Why do you think I took ways to get through noise?
Oh my goodness.
Because I'm crazy?
Yes, indeed. All right. You are going to hear some shots fired. You are going to hear a lot of screaming from upstairs. And you are going to start to see these people like starting to move. Some people are heading toward a door. Some people are
pants start smelling.
Yeah. Maybe a couple of them. But yeah, so you don't know what they're doing upstairs at the moment. So Glitch.
I see the auctioneer notice her go in and everything. How is he reacting?
Right now he's kind of just taking note of it.
So what I'm going to do.
He's closed the box, by the way, up there. Like he's no longer auctioning now. He's protecting.
I'm going to wink at him, and I'm going to turn and step through and let the doors like stay open long enough, and grab Luna and start making out with her to.
As she smacks him across the room.
After the doors close, he don't care. To give him a plausible reason as to why two people would step into
the storage room.
Yeah.
A step
in the
behind the
middle of
door.
a hubbub. All right, so
Yep.
you guys are
Uh,
coming in here, and
would
you're
that be a
allowing the
con roll?
ghost. Uh, sure, you can con. I'll let you do con. You're conning him.
Discovers the ability to manipulate or fool an NPC during a social encounter.
Yep, that'll work.
Or
Alright.
antisocial encounter.
All right. I don't know what that is versus, but hey, there we go. That is 4 successes.
Okay. You see him get a look of like a little bit of a
He's thinking, right
like
now?
yeah, that's the look you're getting. You're like, really, dude? Like now? Like there? That's the look you're getting from him.
If you were trying to mimic the look, we cannot. Well, I cannot see you. I wasn't looking on that screen.
Well,
I think she's mimicking you.
I mean,
I can hide myself. Oh.
no. It's just because we're displaying the owlbear.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I get knocked off when you're.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, it's the look of bewilderment, like it, confusion. You know, like I can't believe shots fired and you're gonna make out. Like
And then I'm gonna just kind of smirk after the doors close and say, "The auctioneer saw what you did."
You win some, you lose some.
as she's walking to the shelves.
As I'm walking to the shelf. What do we want from you?
You
What
hear
is
some
that?
more chaos and stuff going on upstairs. Because after you are the other two, you still hear some chaos and stuff going on upstairs. Phoenix.
All right, so I had cast the invisibility, improved invisibility. So I'm basically just gonna slowly, quietly make my way toward room
It's a lot of
110.
noise going on. I you know,
Right, but
your quietly doesn't have to be quite that.
not super quietly, but I don't want to run into anybody either.
Gotcha.
So like I'm gonna be
Close to the wall.
trying to not draw attention and make my way toward room 110. I don't know how long it'll take me. If I get within line of sight of anybody who's actually paying attention, they can make a what was it? It's intuition plus logic check versus
Okay.
my hits to see if they see me, if they actually see through the illusion.
Um, I don't think anybody's
But
trying. So I don't have a good reason for any of these people that are down here right now to roll to see if they
yeah,
see you.
it's more of
They're
a if
not
they
looking for
happen
you.
to.
They're not, I don't really have a reason to have them roll. They seem to be a little bit more concerned about the gunfire and less
Yeah.
about where did that servant go.
Well, it's more of a hey, why does that guy look like he's trying to hide from us?
Actually, the door of the van is open right at 110.
All right. Um, for all of them, you're gonna start seeing Phoenix. You are because Luna and Gibson are in the storage room with the door closed. You're gonna start seeing these people with bodyguards and whatnot, all kind of moving toward
How
the
far
main
can I
door,
move? Oh, that's right. My movement is actually
except for this
decent
gentleman.
now.
This gentleman's gonna move over toward this door, but everybody else has the like go out the same way we came in. That's just kind of what happens when you kind of panic and you have to leave a building.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really look for the closest exit. You go the same way you came in, the way you know. So all of these people are kind of working their way that direction. Phoenix,
They wouldn't all know where the other door goes anyway.
no, they don't. Not really. So you see all these people kind of rush in that direction a little bit. The auctioneer has the box. He seems to disappear behind like toward this other smaller room over here. And the security guards, two are heading their way up the staircase. I don't know why there it is. Two are heading their way up the staircase, each staircase. The other security guard who has come in here is now standing out at the stage area. We'll use number 13 as an example here. I just numbered some of these guys and put them in here. He doesn't look like a security guard, but that's what he's doing right now. He's standing at the stage. Phoenix, as you're coming through and you're kind of watching the people, making sure that you don't get stepped on and whatnot, you see the mage kind of jerk in her seat. You know that she's come back astrally. And she's standing up. She doesn't look to be in as much of a rush as everybody else. She's pretty confident. But she is standing up. That brings us back to the top with Luna.
Well, we're in this room, so I'm gonna, I guess, look at these. I don't know. Does any of these boxes look like what we brought in?
Looking at the things that are here, there's a couple of things that could have been in the box that you brought in. One of them could have been the, it looks like pardon me, a computer. It looks like, not a full-on computer, but more like a, iPad type of computer. Data pad. I don't know. We'll use data pad. Looks like a data pad. In slot number 6, there looks to be they're actual sheets of paper kind of tucked into almost like a page protector in slot number 5 that could fit and be about that size. And there is a cylinder in slot 7 that could have also been in the box, but the box itself is not there.
Grab it all.
Those are the 3 things you think those things would.
I look at Gibson and ask what do we want to take out of here?
Taking a quick look, is there anything that looks extremely valuable?
At a fast glance, not really.
Ignoring big stuff, just stuff we can carry.
Stuff that you can carry, no, not really.
I grabbed the it's not my turn.
Nothing more valuable than what the other things. They're all fairly valuable. You know that because they're sharing, secrets, tech secrets, and things like that. So they're all have their own values, but no one stands out more than the rest.
There was in this group of stuff a silencer.
Yes, that is in slot 1.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay.
Okay.
Reggie, what are you doing?
I'm just telling them, grab whatever you can and get out of there. Grab it all. It's like that headache medicine, Damitol.
I will take my skirt and I will pull it up.
All right. Make yourself a little basket.
And wait for Gibson to put whatever he wants to put in there.
Grab the silencer, grab the skirt.
Are you carrying a purse?
I'm carrying a clutch.
A clutch.
How big's the silencer?
Out the sides of the clutch.
I'm gonna take the silencer and put it in their clutch and hand it to her. I'm gonna take the paper and the tablet and put them in my coat pocket. and then the cylinder in my regular pocket. Let's
All
not go out here, all encumbered and look like we're stealing. Let's walk out like he he messes up his hair. Let's continue the story and not get chased down.
Okay, so you grab the silencer, the cylinder, the what?
And I will adjust the scarf over my head so that it's covering, but still looks like maybe I put it back on in a hurry.
Okay.
I'm the cylinder, the silencer, the papers, and the tablet, or the
Okay.
data pad.
The data pad and the papers. Papers were in slot 5. Okay. All right. You grab those.
And they're all tucked away.
And tuck them all away. All right. Reggie, you're just prepared and ready to go, right?
I am actually inside the door of the van with a gun out, just in
Okay.
case.
Okay. So you have a gun prepared. All right.
Right, just in case one of them is not who comes out first.
All right.
Oh, and sorry, when I put that in my pocket, I take my mask out and put that on.
All right. I need Reggie, you are running wireless, aren't you?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. I need to know, or I need, you are going to get, well, he's going to he'll attempt to hack first. Where is his hack on the fly? There it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I picked up the right number. Good. Oh, wow. He's going to be a very bad hacker. That was 2 out of 7 dice. I seriously doubt I got past your firewall even. What is your, you need to roll your firewall and your intuition. He's going to attempt to hack your vehicle, basically, first.
My vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure what my firewall is.
Your vehicle's control or rig should have a firewall rating.
My rigger interface. That's
On the vehicle itself. If he's not trying to hack your rigger controls and just trying to hack the vehicle, I think it goes based off of that.
First.
Okay. Oh, it only has a level 1 firewall, unfortunately.
Oh. Well,
that plus your intuition.
My intuition.
Or is it device rating if he's not in it? I don't know what it is.
I have that written down over here.
Let's see.
Well, it
That's not
wasn't
very
that.
good.
So, firewall
I never thought anyone.
Yeah, firewall and intuition.
Well, I didn't get any successes.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Well, the firewall's only 1. I didn't
That's true.
think to. I didn't think to put anything into that.
All right.
And the intuition's only 3.
I'm going to say that you recognize that somebody is like basically lowjacking your car right now.
Except one thing, yeah. Well, actually, there's some capability in the car. So, yeah, I didn't think to put any.
Most people don't think about their vehicle.
Well, I don't know how to put firewall into the vehicle, but anyway.
Well, in a minute he might try for something else because right now he's just stopping the vehicle before he realizes, wait a minute.
Well, because I have a higher. I mean, my rigger interface is high. It is a 4, but Let me see. And the sensor array on it is a 5, but there's no firewall on any of that stuff. So, but why? Yeah, I was going to say, can he even see my van? Oh, well.
He can.
Okay,
He
not a
can.
problem.
The other one's not so much. All right, that brings us to Phoenix.
I'm just making my way to the exit. I mean, if there's nothing in my way, I'm basically just moving
Just
quick
gonna
to
keep
get there.
moving. Okay. All right. You're moving that direction. All of these guys are going to be moving this way. The mage is a little bit slower. She's moving that way, but she's a little bit slower. And he seems to still be standing there, as is the other security guard seems to be standing here. That brings us up to the top, Luna.
Before I open the door, I'm going to scan the shelves real quick. Are there any cases of alcohol, wine, champagne, whatever in
Yes.
these? Okay. I'm going to find one. Open it.
All
and
right.
take a bottle.
Okay. You grab a bottle.
Take a bottle out. And
all right, you take a bottle.
Yeah.
You're going to head out the door.
And then I'm going to head to the door. And I will wait at the door. I want to wait at the door for Gibson. So we go the same time.
All right. Oh, shoot. I think I went through this already the second time. Okay. That's right. We'll go through this and then we'll redo initiatives. Reggie.
Okay, Reggie's going to try to figure out how to block the person trying to lowjack his vehicle.
All right. You can probably do it through your rigger interface as long as you can jack into your van. Not just manual, but actually.
Yeah, I can plug into the van.
Okay.
Do you let us know what's going on?
Yeah, someone's trying to hijack the van. I need one of you guys out here.
I wonder who that's going to be.
That's going to have to be you.
It's me. It's
okay,
me.
so
it's me. All right.
So rigger interface is 4. And then intuition, probably.
Okay.
So that'd be 7 dice. 4 successes.
4 successes. Dang. Yeah, you're gonna be able to jump in.
All right. I'm gonna go. Okay, got the van back. You guys hurry up because I'm gonna not bar the door now. I'm gonna keep the motor running.
Keep the thing going. All right. You are gonna hear some noise still upstairs. And Luna and Gibson, you are going to hear a ventilation shaft.
With Richard Roundtree. Wrong shaft. Never mind.
Trying to think which side the ventilation. Probably over here. Ventilation shaft over here. You're going to hear some noises in that, and you're going to hear the ventilation, the little covering of it,
The grate.
get knocked off. Clatter. Boom, 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 boom. Gibson.
Do I see any wireless signal coming from there?
Coming from there.
Yep, near the gate.
Let us see which one is coming through there. Not that one. Is he? You will see some wireless signal, like comlink type signals.
Okay.
Just
Then I'm just going to kind of put my arm in Luna's arm and dance our way out of there. Do a little spin and head out.
All right.
If you want to move, Luna. I don't know how far we can go.
About that far. Not all the way to the van. You'll get to the door.
All right.
You will hear a security guard say, "Halt." Phoenix, you see this guy. He notices the movement and kind of starts going that way. But he's not actually going that way because it's not his turn. But he is turning that direction.
And I am keeping an eye out for whoever's trying to jack into Reggie's vehicle.
All right. He tried again with only one success this time. This time you get your rigger interface. Reggie.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying again. This time you get your rigger interface. And
okay.
he's gonna, like, curse a lot because he only got one success.
Okay. Well, I only got 3, but 3's better than 1.
3's better than 1. All right. You managed to block him.
Come on, guys, hurry up.
You feel him kind of pulling out. You got him beat on this one. That brings us to
Time's
Phoenix.
wasting.
How are we doing initiative right now? Are we just doing?
You're
straight
gonna
up at the
re-roll
moment?
at the end. At the end of this pass. You should have re-rolled at the end of last pass, but
Okay, because if we're in the second one of it,
yeah.
I would.
You had nothing left. I know.
I can't even move.
Oh, did you use all of your movement already? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's
I've used all
re-roll.
my movement.
I know. I lost the initiative passes, and
I forgot to.
that
I
was
can
my
pull
fault.
up my thing and track it if you want.
You can if you want, but all right.
Probably be a good idea.
Yeah. I lost the initiative passes completely, so I fell into D&D initiatives. All right. Let's go. Let's re-roll our initiatives because we are through all of those passes. We should re-roll our initiatives. This is honestly, I don't know. I got to think of a better way to do this.
14. It's got a weird way of doing initiative.
It is kind of a weird way of doing initiative.
But it works.
Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
How many different bad guy things are there?
Only 4.
That you know of.
Well, I just need to know what to put in for the initiative.
All right. Luna.
I got a 19 again.
Nice. Reggie.
14.
Gibson.
I matched Reggie.
Phoenix.
11.
All right.
And then what are the bad guy groups?
Number 9. Just name him number 9. Number 9 got an 11. I didn't roll as good this time. Number 8.
Don't think I can change the name, at least yet. Okay. Well, that's all right.
got a 10. Number 12. And that's just because that's the order that they're in here. Got a 14. And number 10 was really bad. Got a 8. And these guys can be off. I just don't know which one I did. There you go. All right, Luna, you are first again. Now we're going to try to do this in real initiative order here.
Okay.
Okay, and I've actually okay.
I am going
Got them all
to.
in here correctly now.
If Gibson has a pocket that's exposed, I'll slide it into his pocket. Otherwise, I'll shove it under his arm, my clutch, and reach in under my skirt and grab my knucks.
Okay. All right. Luna is preparing for a fight. Oh, I forgot to put number. Oh, shoot. Number 13 was on that run. Okay. Let me roll for number 13. Oh, geez. He's bad, too.
What they get?
An 8. Okay. All right. So you prep yourself. I don't know that Gibson will have a pocket big enough to hold your clutch. So you shove it up underneath his arm.
Yep.
Okay.
He knows what's in it, and I know where he's going.
Okay.
And it just goes great with my outfit.
It looks lovely
Looks
with your
great
outfit.
with your outfit. All right, that brings us to so you get your knucks ready. So you're ready for a fist fight. Gibson.
Looking around for whoever's trying to get into the vehicle.
All right. Give me a matrix perception. I don't know what you roll for that. Is it matrix perception?
Yes, it's
Okay.
computer plus intuition.
All right.
But for me, it would be computer plus logic. Five successes.
Holy shnikes. You are definitely going to see in the matrix. Whoops, that's not him. Is that him? No, that is not him. You will see him.
Who's him?
Who is coming down. He has a deck. He has a hold of a deck. He's coming down the side of the building. And he has his deck ready. He's gonna, after he gets down a little bit, he's gonna drop and he's gonna go back to the deck to prepare to try to get to the van again. That's where you see the matrix, like that's where the wireless connection is kind of flowing from to the van. Is that an entire action for you?
Matrix perception is a complex action.
So yes. Okay.
And then,
All right.
Can I move?
You can move.
Is there a window in the back of your van, Reggie?
There's a door.
He
There's
does
a
have.
window, but it doesn't open.
I just need to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The side door is open, but yes, there are windows in his van.
There's windows in the back.
I step
In the
in and I
door.
keep an eye on him and prepare to engage once I have more actions.
All right. Reggie.
Okay. I'm going to ask Gibson. Okay. Where is the guy at? As a drone flies out of the van.
To your 6 o'clock ish here. This sir.
An MCT Nissan Rotodrome.
All right. Your drone comes out. Your drone has sensors, right? Well, it has.
It has a camera and a
Okay.
laser rangefinder
Okay.
and a Ares Alpha grenade launcher.
Okay. Are you just commanding the drone or are you driving the drone?
I'm sitting back in the back driving the drone. I moved to
Okay,
the
you're
back
going to drive
seat.
the drone. Okay.
Yeah.
So you drive the drone. You're going to be able to see him there.
All right. I'm going to fire a shot
All right.
as soon as the drone clears the van.
All right. Fire a shot. Shots fired. Where's my other page? There it is.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, you fire the shot. It's whatever your weapon is.
The dice pool on the grenade launcher is 2, but
Are you firing a grenade?
yeah.
Holy shnikes. All right.
So much for a stealthy
So-
escape.
So much for stealth.
So much for losing my van. I'm not happy about it. And what other
Come
dice
steal
do
it
I
with
add to that?
It will be the combat skill and the attribute. So that's the standard attack.
Okay.
I don't know what your grenade launcher says or your drone. Like, I don't
It
know
says-
exactly how that goes.
It says pilot 3 plus defaulting -1.
Pilot 3 plus defaulting.
Accuracy is 6. I'm not sure exactly how to.
Accuracy is essentially your limit.
Yeah, that's a
for
limit.
that. That's
Okay.
the maximum amount of successes you can get, no matter how many dice
Okay.
you roll.
Right. And I got a cat trying to eat cheesecake.
Oh, jeez.
I would think because this is I'm flying this thing off of logic, right? Would that be a logic?
A drone mounted weapon is gunnery plus logic.
Oh, gunnery plus
Okay,
logic.
gunnery. I was like, I
Okay.
don't know what the combat skill is. So gunnery.
There's
Okay, gunnery
one of the
is
cheat sheets is called riggers. It has it right in there.
8.
Well, I don't have that one up.
That's skill rating of 4 and an AGI of 4. So 8. Wait, it's 10 ballistic. Would this be a ballistic type shot? I don't know. I'll just roll the 8 and see what comes out of it. 2 successes.
All right. He's going to roll his defense without any. Oh my gosh, that's one success. So you got 1 success.
Okay, so he's hurting.
Damage and effects. So what is your damage?
Let's
Your
see.
DV.
Damage says grenade. Oh, dice. That's where the dice pool of 2 is. Is under damage.
Did it just say 2D?
Yeah. Well, it's got dice pool 2 and 2 pictures of dice. So I got a 4 and a 5.
So is that's 9 points of damage then?
I guess so.
Would that be each hit? Would like you only got 1 hit, 1 net hit.
Right.
Or would that be a flat plus the 1 net hit? Like he rolled 10 and then plus the 1 net hit would, or 9 and plus the 1 net hit would be 10.
I believe it would just be the 9 because the
The
first net
9.
hit is the 2 hit, and then after the net hit is when you start adding damage to it.
Okay. So it would just be the 9.
But it
Is
might.
I
Is
don't
that
know
enough
what
to make
I
him
don't know
drop
how
the controller?
probably. I don't know what is great grenade like area damage, collateral damage.
Yeah, it's more
I,
like collateral damage.
I don't know what the rules are for grenades.
Yeah, I don't know what the rule is
Okay,
because it is
so
going to damage the
you're
building.
really trying to hit a spot on the ground.
Right.
Or in the air.
And I'm trying to remember where the thing is.
There is an airburst link on this grenade launcher. Sorry, I don't mean to confuse things, but I do mean
Okay,
to
so
retaliate.
because you got less than 3 hits total, or
Yeah,
your net hits, or total hits,
right.
there's scatter. So GM needs to roll 2d6.
Oh, jeez. All right. 6.
6, so it went beyond and slightly to the left.
Okay, it's gonna hit the wall
Yep.
Behind him.
behind him.
And then the distance, geez, the distance it missed by is 3d6 minus the number of hits. So and it's
3d6
really
minus
the
1.
wording or the way it's written there is actually slightly incorrect, because I remember reading this with some of my stuff. It's 3 minus the number of hits, d6. So in
How
this
far
case,
away is
one
he from me?
d6 that many meters too far.
That many meters too far. So it's gonna hit the wall and come back then. It's gonna bounce.
If it unless it explodes on contact, but yeah.
That depends
No,
on the
this is
grenade.
airburst.
Then yeah, it would hit the wall, come back, and then explode. So
Okay, it's gonna
How
come
far
back 1
How
meter.
far away is he from the van?
He is, I don't know, approximately 2 meters, 3 meters
Oh, that's short range. Actually, he would be
from the
farther than that
van.
away, I would think. From the van.
From the
Or from where
van,
the
yeah.
drone is.
From the drone, it depends on where you flew your drone. You could fly your drone
Well,
out here, and
yeah,
you
5
know.
meters is the shortest it can go.
Okay.
So,
You're
Chuck, did you
good.
say it
Oh,
was?
5 meters.
Did you
Yeah.
say it was
Okay.
the number of 3 minus the number of hits, d6?
yes, that's how many meters past it goes.
So
Or
it goes
short.
past 1d6, right?
Right.
Correct.
And
Okay.
she rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
So went 1 meter too far, which is basically nothing.
Mhm.
What's the burst area on the grenade?
Uh,
I think that depends on the grenade itself.
let's see. Yeah, they don't make it easy. Well,
I do not. There's a reason why a lot of people are like, love the game, love the setting, not the system.
Yeah. Well, where I think that's back in these pages. Hold on.
I should have used the smart gun. That would have been easier.
I expected you
Yes.
to just use the gun, not a grenade.
Well, it causes more confusion too.
Well, yeah, it does. That's for sure.
It's all right. At least we're figuring this stuff out. That's
Yeah.
for the moment.
Well, we
that's
always knew there
what
was
we're
going to be
doing.
a point I had to use it.
Okay, is it fragmentation? Is it high explosive? Is it
What type of
what
grenade is
type
it?
of thing is it?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember where I. I had that all down before, and when I was fiddle farting where to, I think I took out the.
A frag grenade would basically be the standard one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
frag
what
is
it's a
standard.
fragment. It's fragmentation.
Okay.
Okay. Of course, this is out of a drone, so I don't know if it's different from the standard frag grenade.
It's a grenade launcher attached to the drone. So no, make it
Yeah.
a standard frag grenade.
Okay. And we can figure out for sure later. Uh damage is that right? Wasn't expecting to have to figure this out right now.
Sorry.
Yay for learning a system.
Chuck, you need to get in touch with all the characters.
Oh, this is why everybody was supposed to create their own cheat sheets for these things.
Yeah, but I had no idea
Well,
how to.
if it's on your character sheet, make a cheat sheet for it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Basically.
I thought the
Every-
character sheet was the
It's-
cheat sheet.
everything you could do, make a cheat sheet until you understand all the stuff.
Yeah.
I could do this, but I don't
I'm
know what to
seeing-
put on it to make the cheat sheet.
I know.
Well, that's where I can work with you offline to figure out the cheat
Yeah.
sheets. But
I'm seeing 18p with an F in
yeah, that's what
brackets.
I'm seeing.
Negative
But it-
1 per meter.
The
V
blast
plus
is
5.
yeah, the blast radius
B plus.
is not very far.
No, it's
That's
not designed
that's
to.
good. Okay, so it's 18.
I think that's going to hit
Oh.
your vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. My suggestion is retcon this. Don't use the grenade. You would know
Okay.
better
Okay.
because you're way too close to the van. It's
Okay.
not only
Alright.
going to hit the van; it's going to hit everything within. Basically, the damage would be 18 dice worth of damage, and
Ah,
it drops by 1 per meter.
okay, then I will use the
So
smart
it's
gun
gonna
instead.
go.
So 16
18
dice of that would
meters.
hit the van.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
That would
use
be a
the
bad
smart gun
idea.
instead.
I'll use the smart gun instead.
Grenades
And
are great when you need to do damage to a lot of things
Far away.
far away,
Yes.
not anything
So-
close by.
Pull the pin.
So the
Count
smart-
to 3.
The smart gun is just firing ammunition. It's
All right. Oh wait, I might need this.
Is that going to be gunnery as well?
That's
Chuck?
still gun.
yeah, that would be gunnery.
Gunnery
It
Uh,
says
plus-
accuracy +2.
So whatever your accuracy is, you can add 2 to it. That's your limit.
So 10 dice.
Well,
It
Gunner-
doesn't add to your dice pool.
Oh,
It adds to your limit. So
okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
and
So-
check, is that a calculation of your gunnery with your agility or with your rigging skill? Because you would be actually
would-
rigging right now.
I
Yeah,
would
that's
imagine it would be
with-
with your rigging.
That's with my rigging. That's why that was so high.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because yeah. Oh wait, that is with agility, but the rigging is higher actually.
I would
Right,
do
that's
your
what-
gunnery. Yeah, do your gunnery skill with your rigging.
Okay. Well, where in the world is rigging skill?
It would be your rigger.
What's your main stat for rigging? Is it?
Yeah. For
Like-
your setup.
That's going to be my logic, I think, or is it reaction?
For rigging? No, I would imagine it'd be intuition or logic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you said it's logic, then go with logic.
Okay. Well, that's 4 anyway, so yeah, it's the same.
Okay. All right.
So So did you want me to re-roll that then?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 successes.
You probably still beat me. That's 2 successes for me, so you still got 1 net hit.
All
What's
right.
Your, what's your damage there?
Okay, hold on a second.
Damage plus net hits from attack is your damage value.
I'm trying to see where the damage is on that.
Should be right behind your DD.
That's a, it says 11p, whatever that means.
Piercing.
Okay.
Physical.
It's
Oh,
physical.
physical. Sorry,
Oh,
you're right.
physical.
Physical.
Okay. And under that it says dice pool 2.
So
I don't know what that
Why
means.
would
On
I
why
number.
would you have 11 plus dice pool?
That doesn't.
That doesn't make sense.
I think that's the definition of the particular type of damage, but I'm not
What
sure.
weapon is it?
It's an assault rifle, basically, but it's set up on as a underbelly firing device for the drone. It says damage 11p, AP -2, accuracy 5 with parens of 7, RC of 3. It's got all this information here, but
So RC is your recoil control.
Yeah,
okay.
That's not.
That's so it
Damage-
doesn't throw the drone
Yeah,
off.
damage is 11p with -2 for the AP. That's
Yep.
the important part. So
Okay,
you're just going to roll 11 dice for your damage.
11 dice.
11 dice for damage.
Uh-huh.
6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Now that's not
I don't
added.
think that's.
That's successes then, right? That's not
So
added.
3 successes.
So you have 3 successes.
Still gonna hurt him, but not kill him.
So why is it -2 AP?
Oh, wait.
What is the AP? I
Oh.
thought AP was armor.
No,
piercing.
I take that back. Sorry.
It just is flat
Oh.
8
It's 11 damage.
or 11. Sorry.
Oh,
The 11p is just, it's 11 damage
It's 11 physical damage.
plus net hits. I forgot about that.
Right. That's what I was
Oh,
looking
okay.
here. Then I was like, okay, I don't know.
so
maybe
it'd
I'm
be
missing
14 then. Minus the
12.
AP is -2 then.
To
Okay,
your
so
armor dice.
so basically whatever she's
My
rolling for
armor.
armor, that's the AP is what you take away
That's
from
what I
that.
thought. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I
Oh,
wasn't
so it
that
has its
far
own.
off. Y'all were confusing me.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
things on the fly here.
Yeah.
Well,
And my
'cause I
hacking
have
on the
some
fly
cheat
is not
sheet
doing
here.
well.
All right. So you have 11 plus the net hit. You had 1 net hit.
It's 3. Yeah. 1
So-
net hit, right?
1 net hit.
So
So that would be 12. And so I'm going to roll my armor -2 because you have 2 AP. And so I'm rolling 10 dice and I get 4 successes. So 4
7
successes against
or
13
8.
is 8. No,
Yeah. It was 12.
9. Oh, it was 12. Okay.
Right. So
That's
8.
right. So
Are you
8.
guys just hollering out arbitrary numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
4.
No, there's a method to the madness.
Pick 3, my lord. 3. Okay, yeah, he's hurting. He's getting and he kind of slams against the wall there. Thank you to our viewers for being patient with us.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's confusing.
It's confusing.
We are learning. We'll know next time.
It's not the most difficult system in the world to
It is
learn,
not
but it's
the-
right up there.
Yes, it is.
Because believe it or not, there are harder
There
ones
are
out
worse
there.
ones.
There is a certain elegance to it, but there's also a clumsiness to it. Clumsy in the hands of a fool.
I was going to say, there's nothing elegant about me playing this game.
All right, Phoenix. It's your go.
That wasn't my third choice.
Was it your third choice?
Um. Oh wait, did number 12 go?
Yes, number 12 went. Sorry.
Okay,
You just don't know what he's doing because.
that's fine. I'm just making sure because you skipped over him verbally. Um,
Oh, yeah. Number 12 did something. It's your go.
I'm gonna go basically right up to here because I'm assuming this guard guy down here is going to. Actually, I'll go to there. I'm assuming he's gonna try and run toward the door over here.
Most likely.
So I'm basically gonna, because I'm standing there invisible. I'm gonna stick my foot out.
Okay. You're going to trip the guard guy. Got
Yeah.
it. All right. All right.
I mean, you can roll. What did I say? Is intuition plus logic to see if he actually sees me.
Um.
Basically, would he see through my illusion?
I guess I could do that.
Did you?
Because he may.
Maybe.
He
Not
is on
likely.
alert.
He is on alert.
And even though he's not really hasn't seen him and not really looking at him, he's getting close.
Yeah, and it's not a matter of whether he's looking for me. It's does he notice me?
That's 2 successes.
No, that's not even close.
Now, question.
I got 6 hits, so
You cast greater invisibility.
improved invisibility.
Improved invisibility.
Yes.
Same thing.
What exactly does that hide you from?
Basically everything but astral.
Then why would he roll?
Because he can. There's still a possibility he'll see through it's an illusion.
Okay.
Invisibility in this system is not. You don't go invisible. You, essentially like lights bending around you kind of thing. It's one of those kind of things where it's an illusion around you that
Right.
makes you appear invisible, but it also works
Somebody-
against like
Right.
cameras
Somebody
and stuff.
stands on a green suit in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, you're still
sometimes-
gonna see some. Yeah.
Sometimes you
you're-
can still see.
Right.
You can still tell that
Discrepancies.
there's something there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it would have to, in all honesty, like,
I mean, he's gonna have
I
to
would
roll
give
really good
myself
because I got.
negative dice because he's totally looking out the door. Like,
Yeah, no, it's still.
you would have to stand in front of him almost to get him to, like,
Because unless his intuition and logic are really high, it's unlikely he's going to see me anyways. But it's still a
Right.
possibility
right.
as long as he's rolling at least 6 dice.
So,
So yeah, I'm gonna basically stand there and try to trip him as he goes by.
okay. Yeah. All right. It is. Let's see. What was he doing?
More for his
No.
sake, so he doesn't get himself killed by running after us.
He slides down the ladder outside as well.
Who's that? Number 9.
Number 9. And he is going to. He's going to take a shot at your drone. Plus attribute. Okay. I wish they gave me dice pools in here. I have to actually add. 4. Plus 5. Okay. Oh my word. That was a really good roll. That is 6 successes against your drone. So I need your drones. What do they roll for dodging, basically? it's reaction intuition for people. So,
Okay.
or would it be
I
your
would.
reaction and intuition because you're driving it?
Okay.
Unless your drone has a maneuverability.
Right. Well, it has handling. It also has armor.
Armor's good. You're not rolling that yet.
Well, the handling is 4, but the piloting is 3.
I think handling is probably for more circumstantial things. Or maybe piloting would be the other direction.
So piloting plus my maneuvering or what?
Yeah, do you have maneuvering? Like, what is your maneuvering? Like, I don't see what Rigger's stats have.
Well, I was wondering if that would come under my reaction or agility or something like that.
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
was wondering, if it was your reaction, agility, or something.
Well, reaction is 6.
Since you're in. All right.
And piloting is 3, so that would be 9. Come on, Mama needs a pair of shoes. And I got 1 whole success out of that.
Yep. One whole success. That's 5 successes for me. Okay. That's 5 net successes. Okay. Nope. I'll have to look at that some other time. Because it tells you all about how you shoot drones, but not how you avoid getting shot. All right. His damage is 6. So 6 plus 4 is 10 is coming your way. So your armor, he does not have armor piercing, so you roll your armor.
4. I got 1 success on that.
So 9 damage is coming your way for the drone.
Okay.
I don't know what your threshold, condition monitor, condition track.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Your drone begins to fall. You got shot. Now you gotta pick up a drone before you leave.
Yeah. And you were jumped into that, right?
Oh yeah, you were.
I was.
So you got to resist half of that rounded out using willpower plus firewall.
Okay, so willpower is 3.
Biofeedback damage.
Yeah.
And the firewall would be the Jones firewall, which is a 3. So
6 dice.
So 6 dice, right?
And that is to avoid half of that damage coming back at him?
Yeah, half says resist half rounded up.
So 5.
So I got 2 successes.
So you're going to take 3.
3 points of damage, okay.
Stun, right?
I
think it's stun coming.
Doesn't say here, but I assume so.
Feedback.
So
I think it's stun damage, if I remember right.
Stun damage.
Yeah.
So
I think
how do I put that down?
You just click the boxes on the common tab.
Yeah.
Under condition monitor.
All right.
Or any of the tabs, but the condition monitor on the right.
Right.
10 is actually going to move around the corner. He's hurting. And he'll take a...
And then 13's the last one.
Nope, he's just moving around. 13 moves on. What does he have to do to prevent tripping? I don't know. Is it agility?
I have no idea.
Give me his. I'll give his agility. I'm making his agility here.
Do you want me to roll anything to attempt it, or
You got your foot out. Uh, I don't know. Let's see agility.
because it could be like me rolling against him or something? If
Roll your agility, and I'll roll my react.
like agility plus, I don't remember what the. Oh, I have 0 on close combat. Or wait, where is that? That
Well,
kind of stuff.
the problem is it's not. Well, I guess it is a maneuver. I guess it could be considered a combat maneuver of sorts.
Yeah, I mean,
Unarmed combat,
there it is. Oh, I
unless
have
you have
1.
some martial arts
So
or something, maybe.
so I'm basically rolling 1 die because I'm defaulting on it. I didn't get a hit.
Well, he got a hit,
So
but he got more ones than hits.
Oh, so
So he's gonna trip.
okay.
I'm gonna make him trip. He's
I,
gonna
I rolled a
trip.
4 on my single die, so
Well, I rolled 3 for his reaction and got 2 ones and a 6.
nice.
So he's gonna trip. He's gonna trip. He's gonna fall
But he
on his
hit the
face.
ground.
He's gonna hit the ground.
See,
And
that's a hit.
yeah, he's gonna hit the ground
So
and
like
kind
he
of
hit my foot, but it wasn't technically enough to trip him, but he overreacted and fell.
yes, kind of yeah. He did that stutter step and then crashed out on the ground in front of the door.
The
Uh,
comic
Okay,
step.
that
that
works.
totally took him by surprise. He was not anticipating that at all. So he falls to the ground and he's already, you can see him kind of starting to flip over so that he can try to get himself up, but he's on the ground. So -10 to everybody's initiatives, and we go another pass,
Yes.
which puts Luna at 9.
Yep.
Luna, you hear gunfire coming from right outside the door.
Okay.
You saw Gibson get into the van already. Um, you heard a drone crash. You heard a guy behind you trip and fall and hit his face on the floor. You hear him go, ugh.
I'm so confused. I am going to move out and climb into the van at the door of the van.
Okay, you're going to climb into the van.
Right.
All right.
And I'm looking around, realizing that we don't have Phoenix. Didn't see Phoenix, so not sure where Phoenix is.
Arizona.
But probably pretty sure he had something to do with the loud crash of a man outside
ya.
the door.
Probably.
But and I'm
All
gonna hold.
Oh, Reggie's back here right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand right in front of the door. I'm gonna go to the side
Right. Give him
of
room
the
to climb
van
in.
door. Yeah, so that
Yeah.
he can get in. And I'm gonna watch because I was prepared for a fist fight.
Yep. All right. Although your bag is in the van, so you can work on grabbing your pistol if you want to.
All right,
That's up to you.
I will grab that. I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna grab my Ares light fire.
All right. Um.
Make sure the chamber's loaded.
Yeah. I would say that probably takes up your turn. All right. That brings us to Gibson.
Is he still jacked into his device, his deck?
He is still jacked into his deck. He moved around the corners a little bit. I mean, he's not completely out of view.
I can
But-
still see him though.
But he's hurting. Yeah. Yeah, you can still see him a bit.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm bouncing back and forth on things that I want to do, and I was trying to find the page in time, but I didn't. Um, what sort of like critical glitches? What sort of stuff do they do? Because or glitches, but essentially it's your choice. You know, the device crashes, burns out, jolts its user with an electrical shock, or some other goodie picked by the game master. Like, what mechanically is that look like?
Mechanically, it's possible it could push him out completely, cause bioshock, uh, or biofeedback. It could just cause him to lose any kind of connection that he might already have. Um, it any number of things. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like if you're, if you're shooting him and his armor critically glitches, nothing's going to happen to his deck necessarily. But if you're,
Right.
so it all depends on what the action you're taking.
Well, I like this, and well, glitch causing people to suffer glitches sounds fun. So I'm going to call my sprite, my machine sprite,
All right.
and instruct it to uh, use gremlins on that guy's deck. I'm
Okay.
going to assist it. So I got 4 successes on mine. Now on the sprites, that brings his limit to 11 and his dice pool to 22.
Good heavens. And what action are you taking so I know what my...
Gremlins.
Oh, well, what do I roll against? I don't have gremlins on here,
Yeah.
so what do I roll against that?
Device rating plus firewall.
Okay.
Well,
Oh my gosh. How bad of a... Good heavens.
so what it does is this power causes a device to mysteriously malfunction or operate in some unusually detrimental manner. The sprite targets a device, blah blah blah. The device, if the sprite succeeds, the device suffers a glitch. The game master chooses a malfunction appropriate to the device and situation, like a jammed control, a loop signal, or a faulty reading. If the sprite scores 4 or more net hits, treat it as a critical glitch. The device crashes, burns out, jolts its user with an electrical shock, or some other goodie picked by the game master. So
All right.
let me see how many I get. They go all over the place.
Well, let's see what kind of net hits you get.
Like a tennis player.
I know, right?
I
Net
got
hits.
7.
You got 7. Cool. I rolled 8 dice. I got 1 hit, but I critically glitched.
So he critically glitched and got a critical glitch on top of that. I don't know what you're going to do to this guy.
His
That
deck
sounds
is
like
gonna
his deck
fry.
just blew up.
Yeah.
You are
Will he take
frying his
damage?
deck. Oh yes. The
And
question.
will his
Let's
partner
see.
around the corner take damage?
Let's see.
That's
You
a couple
got
thousand new yen down the drain.
8 hits. You said.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so that's 7 net hits. Technically, I guess I should say. I'm gonna say he's gonna take that 7. It's gonna be split between physical and stun because it's gonna fry and his bioshock is gonna really kick in. And he is actually going to pass out right there on the curb. Because he just, yeah, he was not prepared for that. He already took way too much damage. I don't want to use white. Let's use red. He's out. He's passed out right there. His deck fried, sparked, and and you see him kind of get that electric shock jolt kind of to his body, and then he just collapses right there on the ground.
I smirk.
Golly. On top of his already 9 damage or 8 damage from being shot at. I guess he deserved it.
And if I have I guess I'd have the movement remaining because I didn't move my full movement before. I don't think. I'd pull my my pistol, my
Okay.
automatic pistol.
All right, you pull your pistol. All right. We are almost done with this combat, depending on what Phoenix does. Reggie.
Okay.
Everybody but Phoenix is in the van, so.
Right, but we have to wait for him, and I want to pick up that drone.
Okay.
How far away from the door of the van is the drone?
I would say, I don't know. I pictured the drone being about right here, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to jump out of the back of the drone and just fire at the guy at number 9 as I run to get the drone and hopefully run back.
I don't know, what's your movement speed?
I
don't
let's
remember
see.
where that's at on a character sheet, or I direct you.
It's other is it under other? I'm not sure. Oh yes, movement. It says 8:16.
So 8 is just walking, like your normal
Yeah.
movement. 16 is if you're running.
All right. I'm running. I'm firing while I'm running, so I'm obviously not going to be
Okay.
as. But my goal is just keep his head down while I
All right.
grab that drone.
Well, shoot. Combat skill plus attribute. So it'd be your firearms. If you got your pistol, it's your firearms and agility.
Well, I don't have fire. I mean, I have my gunnery, but I don't have firearms. Unless I have something like pistol. Oh, I have pistol.
Yeah, pistols. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's skill plus AGI minus wounds right now. So 5 dice.
5 dice. All right. That's
it does put that minus there because of the 2 hits or 3 hits. I mean.
And since
But
you're running, you'd also take an additional -2.
Oh, -2 dice?
Oh, because you
or
are running?
-2 on the hits.
-2 dice.
3. Okay, because I got 3 successes, but all right. Like I said, I'm just trying to. Okay, I got 2 successes.
The rate I'm rolling, you're probably going to do pretty good. Oh no, I got 2 successes. So
Okay.
I defended.
So it's an offset.
Yeah. So, you didn't do any damage to him, but that's
But it might keep his head down while I'm getting my drone.
And that is not feet, that is meters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you will be able to get back to the van.
Okay.
I believe we figured each square was considered 2 meters.
Roughly, but this is definitely not to
Right,
scale.
right, no. Essentially, each movement of your token is 2 meters.
Okay.
Right. Okay, and I'm going to drop the drone off under the desk at over here.
Okay.
To this, and then I'm going to move up to the back to the driver's seat.
All right. Get
Phoenix, hurry up.
All right. That brings
Any
us
day
to
now.
Number 12, who is no longer going to be hidden because he is going to open up one of these doors. Get a little startled by the security guard on the floor. He has his pistol out. And he's going to shoot the security guard.
Oh, that sucks.
1, 2, 3.
You're muted, Rhonda.
And
Isn't that foul play to shoot a man when he's down?
ain't nobody said these guys were good or lived by any code. 2 net hits. What is it? Damage value 8. You see the security guard go unconscious. Phoenix, you are still invisible. He opened the door. He saw the security guard. Bam.
Yeah, I debate for half a millisecond whether to throw fire in this guy's face and decide I'm better off just getting to the van. So I'm going to sprint to the van. So basically
Okay,
use.
so the rest of your movement, and do you have a run?
And I have enough. I just rolled my
Okay.
running and
Alright.
got enough to get in the van.
All right. Do you hear a thunk, thunk, thunk into the van, and the van rocks
And
just a little bit?
I say, go, 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 go.
As he comes out,
And I'll slam the door behind me, the outside door.
Oh, I was gonna say, as he gets into the van, you do see the guy, just Luna, because you were by the door with your pistol. You do see that guy coming out of the storage unit. You did see him shoot because those doors were open. You get the van rocked. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to get a shot off if you want to try to shoot this guy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He shot a down man. He deserves to die.
That's my job. Oh. So you're gonna roll your pistol.
Yep. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Successes.
Holy crap. He's got a crap ton of agility here. 6 successes, you said?
5.
Ooh, I only got 4. So you got 1 net hit.
Okay.
What is your damage?
6.
6. So I am fending off 7 damage. What is his armor? Not as good as his agility. 1, 2, 3. So he took 3 damage. You hit him as the door slams in front of you. You managed to get those shots off just in time. And Phoenix says, go, go, go! At this point, Reggie, you're ready to go. Do you go?
Can't hear you.
Oh yeah, I'm gone.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Take
as soon
off.
as the door closes, the gas pedal goes down.
All right. You guys begin to speed off onto the street. You hang a right or a left. Doesn't really matter. But you're gonna get the heck.
It does. It does matter because of accessibility to the bad guys in directions they can go or come from. So
Well,
I hang a left.
I was gonna say they're in this corner, so.
Yeah, but any vehicles they might have. So I'm going out towards the left. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you pull out, you turn left. You guys kind of get tossed in the back of the van, and you make your way out. We're gonna pause here because we need to take a bio break.
How did I know as soon as I stepped away that you were gonna pause it?
Because I should have been a waitress.
Give me 5 seconds. So, all right, we will return, folks.
We'll be back in 10.
Momentarily. happen.
And
And we're
we can.
back.
But it
Oh,
doesn't
Hello.
Sorry, I should have given you a countdown. I'm horrible. I'm
No,
too busy
you
stuffing
know,
my face with a burger and fries. All right.
sometimes I think you do it on purpose. Did you ever figure out what's going on with your camera?
I'm gonna have to reboot my system, but I
Okay. Yeah, we'll
can't do
wait for
that right
that.
now.
Yep, wait for that. All right. We are back, and you can stop sharing Discord if we're still sharing Discord. That's or not Discord, Owlbear. We don't share Discord, Owlbear, because that map is done. Unless you want to talk about it, but that map is done. All right.
No.
Nope, you're back.
All right. You speed out of here, avoiding most of you avoiding getting hurt. Doing some damage, taking out one of the people at least, their decker more than likely, since well they had a deck, and yeah, you speed out of here, turn corners. After you leave the immediate area, you slow down, match speed, so you don't draw attention. You take several turns to make sure you're not being followed. All of that jazz. So, and you make your way back to a couple of different locations to pick up bikes. Wait, no, you guys got dropped off. You decided not to ride any bikes here, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So you
Correct.
make your way eventually back to Reggie's, where he can park the van, get it in his lower level, and get it in a Faraday cage so it can't be so easily traced. And probably begin working on his drone. Poor drone.
As uncomfortable as it is for me, I'm staying in the Faraday cage with the items.
Okay.
I happen to have 2 of that particular one.
Oh, hey. All right. Okay. Um. Oh, we don't have Chuck back yet.
Does not seem to be.
Nope. Okay. So you pull up to Reggie's garage. It is up to you. I'm going to let you guys kind of take it from here. Do you discuss things on your way back? Do you wait till you get in there in the Faraday cage and start talking? Do you like?
I think considering the fact that someone wanted to try to bust into our world, it might be better if we wait to talk about things until we get into a place where we can talk about them without anyone listening in.
All right. So you talk about the weather until you hit the garage where you can pull into the Faraday cage.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right.
I play one of my little AR games.
All right.
I actually have it on my sheet.
I'll slip
Oh,
into
you
something.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you going to do, Fruit Ninja?
I let me see. I forgot which one it was. I have it here. Let me find it again.
What do you do, Luna?
I'm going to slip into something more comfortable.
In the van or after you get back?
Well, as long as we're safe in the van, if we see any signs of trouble, I'll change in the van. But
Okay. Well, you don't run into any trouble. I mean, Reggie's taken the precautions to not be followed and all of that good stuff. You got out of there before the authorities arrived. So you make it into Reggie's garage, into the Faraday cage. Take it from here.
He'd be playing Street Fighter, by the way, like the old classic
The
Street
old
Fighter.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
KO. Oh wait, that's Mortal Kombat.
Well,
Finish
Mortal
him.
Kombat, yeah, finish him. That's Mortal Kombat.
That's
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
Theories. Who
Somebody
was that?
wanted just thieves.
Yeah, I think it was more than that, though.
Was it another?
They were
True.
runners.
Probably more
Yeah.
other runners, but
Why?
because they were valuables.
Yeah.
Why were we there?
We were there because you wanted
originally
to.
just there to deliver something.
Yeah, but I like things. As we're talking, I pull out the papers first and start looking through them.
Okay.
I'm taking scans and securing them.
Okay. Um, as you pull out the papers, you're going to see maps, geographical maps, topographical maps. They're not actually physically raised, but they show the
Yeah.
topographs.
Yeah, like a modern day topographical map.
Yeah, and you see all this. It all seems to be hand drawn. Um, there are a few markers on here that you might recognize, or that you probably do recognize. You see a couple of rivers in here, and you see what are the mountains in the west? Are those the Rockies? I don't. That's not a map.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
Rockies
the other
are
one's the
east.
Appalachians.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the Cascade Mountains are
You
east
are
of Seattle.
muted, my dear.
what?
Because those
That's
are the
because I
Appalachian
keep
Mountains.
No.
Yeah.
No,
The Olympic Mountains are to the west and the Cascades are to the east.
Cascades. Those are the
Right.
ones.
Cascades.
right.
You're recognizing the
Cascades are big.
Cascades.
Huh.
In these maps.
Anything that doesn't fit?
Without being able to do some research, you're not going to know right off the top of your head if something doesn't fit. But you do recognize the overall
Somebody's eating their mic
area.
or something.
Ain't nobody.
Maybe
I don't know.
Chuck.
I
think
was
it was
gonna say
rubbing against Chuck's beard.
Chuck's mic does weird
don't
things.
More like Glitch doesn't know about ley lines. So if there's like a bright blue line
Oh,
somewhere,
okay, something like that. Okay, something that stands out that doesn't look like it belongs on a map per se.
right?
Gotcha. Looking at it, you will see that there is an addition. There's a mark on here. There is like a blue line on here that like kind of almost goes perpendicular to like the Cascades, and then it flips upward up into the Cascades and stops. Like it
Is
doesn't
it a
go
thin
across
blue
the whole
line?
map. Thin blue line, man.
Okay. Once I'm done reviewing it and scanning it, I'll hand it off to probably Phoenix next. Handle the tech and then handle the hocus pocus side of things.
All right. Phoenix, you get it and you kind of look at it.
Mm-hmm.
The blue line might signify something of a magical nature, but without eyes on it, or doing a little bit more research yourself among mages, not real sure. But yeah, you can confirm that it is the Cascades.
I guess next would be the silencer.
It's
just make sure that it seems to be working and it's not giving off any signals.
It is working, or it does seem that it will work. It is currently not giving off any signals. It seems like it's not of its own accord. It has to be attached.
I'll set that aside for now. The tube.
Cylinder.
So there's the cylinder.
It's like a stainless steel canister.
Any markings?
Screw top. No. Completely smooth. barely
Uh,
even see the seam where the lid is.
Anybody got any objections to me opening this?
Nope.
And I'm gonna have my mask on at
Okay.
this point because, well, I don't want a face full of gas. Um, and I'll
Watch out
open it.
there for
Gen-
genetic memory.
All right. So you go to open it. All right.
Gently.
It it takes a good little force to get it started, but once you get it started, it kind of like it was indeed air pressurized or at least sealed in some manner.
Mhm.
But when you open it, you hear that little pop, and then you kind of it freaks you out for a second, but nothing happens. You open it up the rest of the way. You see inside um, some dirt. There is like
So
2 packets of dirt, and then there is a packet that seems to be sealed that has what looks like corn kernels in it. There's about 5 or 6 corn kernels.
I will seal it back up.
All right. Close it back.
How valuable do I think that would be?
Well, you get it to the right. I mean, because you figured out it was genetically altered seeds, and you figure you get it to the right person, it could be quite valuable. You know, you get it to some city slicker, they ain't gonna care. Get it to a farmer, then they might love it. They who knows what they'll pay for it.
All right. Last but not least, the data tablet.
All right. You get to the data tablet, you flip it on. Um, it asks for a code, and there is a circle that pops up on the data tablet. That not that big, it's more like that big. You're figuring it probably needs a fingerprint.
Well, looking at it, how difficult do I think the secure or how advanced do I feel the security is?
Um, just as a general kind of glance, it's kind of hard to tell. But being that it's asking for a code and a print, um, probably pretty tough.
Hmm. Well, I look to the others. If I die, it's been nice knowing you.
Uh, give me a matrix perception because you're in the Faraday cage with it.
Yes. Rules. Matrix action. There we go. Matrix perception, computer and logic for me. That is 6 successes.
6 successes. All right. With 6 successes, as you kind of think about what you can do to hack this thing, you notice very faintly. It was not meant to be seen easily, but you do notice very faintly a symbol that you recognize that is, I believe,
A flame.
no, not
No?
not this time.
No.
But you do recognize the symbol for um, it's a company, it's a corporation symbol for I believe
Barcode.
biotech.
Oh, biotech.
Yeah, bio. Nope, Biscon Biomedical.
Hmm. Even more fun.
what
I'm
is
touching it.
called?
Biscon Biomedical.
Iscon Biomedical.
I'm touching it. I'm connected to it. I'm going to attempt to hack it.
All right, give me your hack on the fly. What do I do with my dice? There they are.
Biscon Biomedical, they're the ones that are doing the DNA uh, memories.
Mm.
You hear her tell you that as you jump into this data pad.
Hey,
All right, what is your hack on the fly? And that's, oh shoot, what is that against?
that is against
Firewall and
intuition.
intuition. Okay.
That is 7 successes.
7 successes. Well, I tried a different rolling approach. I at least didn't glitch. I have 4 successes.
All right, so I have
It's 1 mark per 2 net hits. So you have a mark.
okay.
1 mark.
Okay. Then I would that be snooping? I'm trying to figure out what this would be, or control device.
If it only takes 1 mark to control a device, okay.
It varies.
Okay, well, you can attempt. On the plus side, you're doing this inside a Faraday cage at the moment.
Yeah. So there's no alarms being sent out.
Exactly. So you can continue to get more marks to it if you want, or you can go ahead and try to control the device if you want.
I will try to get more marks.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Is
All
that
right.
just another hack on the fly, or how does that work?
Yep, that's another hack on the fly.
All right.
And I know it seems kind of redundant, but had you not been in a Faraday cage every time you try to do this, it adds more
To the god
to the god.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since I have 1, that's not any negative to you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you know what?
I
I'm
should have read
going
that
to
one
use.
break.
Oh, I'm going to actually use a an edge on this.
Okay. So you're not going to burn it, you're just spending it.
Yes.
You really only have to burn edge if you're going to die.
Yeah.
I think,
There's.
pretty much.
Yep. 3.
Those of you who don't know Shadowrun, edge is kind of it's a mechanical meta game kind of point values that you can use to boost your die rolls, basically.
Yep. That is 8 successes.
Good heavens, I only got 2. You got some marks.
Are those cumulative or
Yes.
okay? So you got
Unless
2,
you
so
have to
that's
scrub
3.
for some reason.
So I've got 4 marks.
All right.
So I am essentially considered the owner of this device.
Yep. So it becomes much easier for you to do things.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to attempt to edit their I guess the security file, whatever holds the
Okay.
code and the fingerprint.
All right. So you're going to bump into that security.
Yep. First thing I'm going to try to do is remove the need for a fingerprint.
That's okay.
So that is going to be your intuition plus firewall minus whatever for me having 4 marks.
Wait, that's okay. That is no successes.
All right. So I just need to not botch. All right. And that is 4 successes.
Okay. So you did find. You managed to get in there and kind of like finding it on an iPhone. You just go to the settings and you dig around in the settings and you manage to backdoor shut off the fingerprint security check.
Yep. And then I'm going to edit the file again and insert my own code.
All right.
Um,
Just don't botch.
can it be like an actual password, or does it have to be like a 4-digit code?
It seemed to be like about a 6-digit code
Okay.
at the time when you opened it initially or turned it on initially. But, if you go in there and you start digging around, you can set it to whatever basically you want it to
Okay.
be.
I will set it to a significantly strong code. Um,
I know how your codes work. Should I be writing this down?
uh, not unless you're going to ask me to remember it later. Okay. So I will attempt to do that.
You take to heart, put in the capitals and lowercase and
Yes.
characters and the.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's 3 successes. I don't know what
Okay.
your opposed got with all the negatives.
Nada.
Okay.
So you managed to change the password. You
And
backdoor
then
changed the password.
and I'm gonna look for whatever is sending out a signal.
Um, you will find that there is a file that's kind of hidden back in there that basically it'll send a signal when it turns on. It'll send a signal when it gets unlocked. It'll send a signal um, when certain files are accessed and if anything is deleted and when it shuts off or as part of the shutdown process it'll send a signal.
I'm going to take note of what files it is monitoring.
Okay.
Would that be another edit file?
No, that would be like a matrix search. Oh, well, I mean, yes, on the device. That would be more like a search feature.
Search. Okay.
Yeah.
3 successes.
Okay. You are able to find the file. It's there are about 3 or 4 different files in here that you see. Most of them are not protected in any way. Most of those could be accessed without any trouble, won't send signals, won't trigger anything. There is one particular file that seems to be smaller in size, surprisingly enough. Um, that's the one that will trigger it, and the file just says formula.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and completely disable any wireless capabilities in this thing. So there's
Okay,
no signal it's gonna send out. Nothing.
okay.
What do you want for that?
Go ahead and roll me. Do you have a control device?
There's a control device matrix action. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. That is less helpful than my other stuff, but it's okay.
I mean, I did not succeed.
So long as I do get at least 1 success, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Just don't botch.
Yes. That is 2 successes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're able to get in there and you're able to disable. You're able to disable the signals, the programming that will send signals and whatnot. You managed to shut that down, make it inactive.
All right. Then
Delete it if you'd like.
I'm going to first copy it onto, essentially copy all the files onto a secured data stick.
Okay.
So I don't know how many uh, edit file checks you want me to do, because that
Uh,
is also for copying files.
nope, you're good. That's why I had you do the control device.
Gotcha. All right. And then I will, once I have those all copied to my own secure data stick, I will come out of it and unlock it and review it with the team.
All right. You come out, you unlock. This took about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 max, while he was kind of disappeared in the device. Not sure what he was doing, just holding it there.
Or it's just sitting on his lap. He's holding it on his lap.
And he comes out and then pops it open, plugs in his 29,000 character code, and it opens up. So now you can review the data pad. What you find in there are a few files. One of them is about biotech. I did it again. BISCON Biomedical. And it's basically, as you kind of look through it, it's the hoorah of BISCON Biomedical. The what they would put in a magazine. Their advertising or whatever. Like we're known for this, that, and the other. Nothing of import for sure, but it's about BISCON Biomedical. The another file is about it's more of a historical. It'll say history on it, and basically that's kind of the research done up to the point about memory. Like it's split into two files. One is about research on the brain and memory and how memory works and synapses and all of that stuff. Put everybody to sleep who's not interested in neuroscience. And the other one is about genetics. So if you're not a geneticist, genealogist, or no, that's not the right word. If you're not into that stuff, that'll put you to sleep too. But it's about genes, how they were discovered, when they were discovered, how DNA gets broken down, how does things get passed, why are things considered recessive versus dominant, all of that stuff. So that's all like research stuff, and history. And then you have the file that says formula, which when you open it up, it's definitely chemical makeup to have to make up a solution that is basically injectable syringe, uh, that should unlock genetic memories.
Interesting.
My stool was falling apart. I had to fix it. I was like, I'm going to find myself in the floor if I don't fix this. So that's the information that you find out from that file. Those are the other items that you've discovered. Continue your discussion. You were wondering why these guys were here. What were they after? What are they looking for? Kind of thing. Oh,
You're still muted, Senior.
Shouldn't be. Can you hear
There
me
you are.
now?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I will run a drone around to make sure they didn't catch wind of where we were going.
All right.
Around the garage, but after I got some aspirin for my
Fair enough.
headache, and so yeah, I'm just going to make sure that they're not on our tails and that we're not going to be having to watch our back from the garage.
Yeah. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. They don't seem to have followed you.
Okay.
Or
I didn't
at
think
least
they did. That's why I went left.
Yeah.
Into the city traffic. Okay. Yeah, other than that, yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious whether or not we exposed ourselves to more pressure than we need through this wonderful experience.
Well, I'm not going to be walking around calling myself Marcus anytime soon.
Understandable.
I would suggest you
I think I was
hold
okay.
off on
Hold off on what?
utilizing any aliases that may have been compromised.
Ah.
Mine and Luna's are probably going to be scrutinized. They
Yeah.
might even scrutinize the staff. So
Right. So probably burn that particular ID.
definitely going to put it in a safe spot and not touch it for a while.
Yeah. That was the Archibald Smythe one.
I think I was actually okay, even if they look into me, because I do have a mage license on that one. The most that might have happened is if their mage realized that I went invisible, but he wasn't downstairs, so don't know how he would.
Here's my concern. I was able to get you on the employee registry and get you added to that list.
Yeah.
But you have no employee file there. Your background check isn't in their system. Nobody knows you. So if they start looking at names and they see names that nobody knows, they're gonna get curious.
Well, you think you could get back on there and take my name back off of it?
That would be the
I
same with
think
mine because I never even went inside.
I think the amount of heat that's on there right now, it would be dangerous.
Maybe.
It'll just draw more unwanted attention towards us.
I mean, I'll let that one sit for a bit, and then we can see if anything pops up about it later.
Yep.
Watch for any news about that particular name.
And hey, worst comes to worst, I'm sure Rex can hook us up with a good sin maker.
Yep.
And I'm sorry you didn't get to shoot more or stab more people, Luna.
Hey, you got a puck shot off. You are muted.
I mute myself because my little thing keeps flashing green.
Oh. Yeah.
So, yeah, I got a shot off. It's okay.
So did I. A couple of them actually. One from drone.
Yeah. So
Did more damage than.
So when are we supposed to meet meet Mr. Johnson
Mr.
to
Johnson.
get paid for this?
We've been paid.
Oh, did he pay ahead?
Yes,
We
he
paid
did.
the 2,000 ahead, and then we got the
The other
3,000
Oh,
when we
yeah.
dropped it off.
So
yeah,
we actually-
this
Yeah,
little
from the
adventure
security
wasn't
This is
sponsored.
This is a side quest. What are you talking about?
So we got 5,000 out of this already.
It
Once,
was learning our capabilities and how to use them best.
once Jody, tells us to add him to our sheet.
I mean, you've already got paid that 5,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that you got 2,000 from the Mr. Johnson. As soon as I give you that, you can put it in. So you
Okay.
got the 2,000 from the Mr. Johnson. He had already given you that. When you delivered the package, the security guard handed you the other 3,000. You can put that in.
Okay. Hey, not much more, and I can pay back my debt.
Ooh.
Was that each?
But I don't.
Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know if I want to go where I have to go to pay back my debt.
Well, you might just have to.
I might see about going and buying some reagents.
All right.
So I'm
So
gonna throw it out there. Is shifting gears with Shadowrun. There was a lot of people there. A few you interacted with. A couple of names you got. Um, you got eyeballs on at least 3 of the 4 people that came into that building. Of the 3 people that you got eyes on, Phoenix, none of those were the mage that you saw. So you
Right.
got eyeballs on a signature of a mage.
Well, there
But
was the
just the
one
wait,
signature.
didn't
downstairs
we?
plus the one upstairs.
Well, of the 4 that came in, you got
Oh, the ones that came in.
one of them was definitely a mage, but you never actually saw his face. But you know
But
his
I got his
signature.
astral signature.
Got his
All I
signature.
need.
Yep.
The uh magical woman that you had noticed, she seemed to be taking a nap like you do.
So she was astrally projecting. Most
That's what it seemed
likely.
like.
Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for her. I would have definitely pinged her astral signature too.
She was easy enough to ping her astral signature. She definitely wasn't trying to hide it.
Right. Okay. Well, and her and the mage that was upstairs were both stronger than me, but I didn't look heavily into the guy that was with the thieves. Assuming runner.
Yeah, most likely.
Did we get any karma for this?
Well, that
I
comes
mean,
at the end of the session.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll come
I'm
later.
tallying.
Oh, okay, no problem. So it was
Hey, Red.
5,000,
Yeah, you got paid
total.
5,000 already for the
of which
for the drop.
3,000 went out automatically towards my expenses.
Hey, Reggie.
Yeah.
You got a safe with a secure safe and with a Faraday?
Oh yeah, there's a safe in the Faraday. Of course.
I think we should keep this stuff in a safe for now. It's too hot to go
Yeah.
try to sell today.
It's, yeah, 3 foot by 4 foot tall safe. About 3 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot.
Nice.
Want to open it for us? As I stand up and head
Yeah.
over towards it.
Yes, I'll open it. You look around the other direction.
I just look at it like I'm not looking at his hand. I'm just
Yeah.
looking at him. I'm not turning around, but I'm not looking at his hand.
Yeah. I will operate the dials.
All right.
There is
Yeah.
a biometric on it though, but it's a hidden one.
All right. You flip
And
the
then I'll put the
dials,
stuff in there.
trigger it, open it, put in the stuff, shut it, lock it back up.
Yeah.
All right. So, so you ran away with what? 3 things? 4 things.
4 things.
You ran away with 4 things, and that's it's. Let's see, what auction started at like 7, so I would say it is no later than 8:30.
I make sure everything is, secure. I step outside of the Faraday and I send a message to Maya.
All right.
Gonna be at the club tonight? Question mark.
Oh, that Maya. It's actually Mia.
Yeah.
Mia.
It's,
Mamma Mia. Yes, Mia.
yes, it's more Italian.
Okay.
She will respond back and send headlining as usual.
Look forward to seeing you. I'll look to others and say, you need me for anything else?
I think we're cool.
She just sends back the winky face emoji. And since it's just the emoji, it's big enough for Luna to see. Oh.
I'll head out. I'll be like, if you need me, I'll be at the club. Hop on my bike and head out.
All right. You head on out. What are the rest of you doing for the evening?
Researching.
Researching?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head on my bike and go. The heck is this doing? Gonna go visit Night Owl and see if I can buy some reagents from her.
Okay. I mean, yeah, she's your resource. She'll be able to sell you some.
This thing's acting weird right now.
Luna, what is your plan?
Stalking Glit. No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I am going to get on my bike
Okay.
and I'm going to go and search out a dozer
Okay.
and ask him to go get a drink with me.
All right. Sure, you ain't got nothing going on. We chat.
And get to know him, get to know him a little bit better.
Meet you at the Clover. Unless you want to go someplace in specific.
I'm going to try to lay low a little bit because sometimes I'm pretty noticeable.
Get some alibis. But I was at the club all night.
Yep. I'm gonna take him out since he's a little sweet on me.
Sure. I'll take you out.
Probably easy to convince to do things.
Even buy you a drink. Yeah, he'll spend that time with you. All right. Pretty uneventful at the Clover. I mean, it's got people there. It's a little bit more of an Irish feel pub, and so it's enjoyable. I mean, there's people there. Everybody's having a good time. It's like one big family reunion at the Clover. Where nobody knows you. It's just like a big family reunion. Nobody knows your name, but you're part of the family. Who do you belong to again? I come from a large family like that. Phoenix, you go to Night Owl. She's willing to sell you, reagents, whatever you need. So you can go ahead and get those in your thing. But Night Owl, says, I had an interesting visitor today.
Okay.
She was asking about some mages.
Anybody in specific?
Well, two people she knew. Um, apparently she saw 5 mages at the event she was at, and it's unusual to have so many mages in one location.
True.
She expected 3 of those mages. She didn't share the names, but the 2 that she asked about, she described. And just giving you the heads up, you were one of them.
And it was a lady?
Yep.
And I'll describe the lady that was in the crowd. Was it this lady?
It was indeed.
Hmm.
Be careful being on her radar.
Who is she?
She's quite powerful. Shamanic mage. She used to run. She doesn't run anymore.
Okay.
She doesn't need to run anymore.
So she gets it. We can't always control where we're at.
She doesn't get surprised easily anymore.
Well, other than her, other ones I happened to see, one was obvious or seemed to be working for the location. Had a
That's what the dot was for.
had a good sized ward up around it. Trying to remember what the other one was. There was another one in the crowd, right?
There was 3 in the crowd.
I thought it was 2 in the crowd
Nope.
and the guy upstairs.
2 in the crowd and the guy upstairs. You're right.
Yeah.
2
Another
in the crowd
person
and
in
the
the
guy upstairs.
crowd, almost as strong as her. Guessing he's hermetic. Just at a guess. But then the 5th one was the surprise one. I think it might have been another runner. I didn't get a good look at his face because I was projecting at the time. So I got a good look at his astral signature instead.
I'm sure you did.
I don't think he saw me at all, ever.
That's probably good.
And we got out of there pretty quick after they got there. Although, I think at least one of their people might have gotten hurt.
Okay. We'll lay low for a while.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, speaking of laying low and finding things to do while laying low, know anybody else that's looking for a group? Looking to start a group? Just a small one for being able to help each other with things like binding and some of those other fiddly things that are easier to do with other people helping.
Well, I mean, not right offhand, but I'll definitely start
Keep an
putting
ear
some
out.
feelers out
Yeah,
if you're
I've
ready for that.
I've got an idea for a location for a circle, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go check it out. I might go check that out over the next day or two, and it'll be a good way to get out of the city for the moment because it's a little bit. It's not far from the city, but it's a little
Okay.
bit out.
All right. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out for that, and or keep an ear out for that, I guess I should say, and see if any others are looking or ready to group.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
Oh, what was that lady's name, by the way? Or is it? Or do you actually even know her real name?
Um, she is known as she's the one that has the wolf on it, right? She is was known in our world as Night Wolf.
Hmm, interesting. All right. Well,
Stop playing with your mic.
Yeah, Chuck's trying to eat his mic again.
it's my cord.
It's his cord. He needs a new.
I need a new headset. All right. Well, I will be in touch. Let me know if you hear anything else.
I will do. You watch yourself.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And I'll head toward home from there.
All right. Um. Let me make a roll. Okay, Joe Gibson. How quiet? How quiet do you keep your alias?
Which the Marcus alias?
No, your Gibson alias.
Fairly. I, he's not in strict hiding. It is a very well made sin. So he's not in hiding, but
Okay. So you don't try to scrub yourself everywhere you go or anything like that?
nope.
Like, okay. All right.
When he thinks there's trouble, that's why he's got the mask.
All right. Um, Rhonda, Luna. I've been talking to Dozer. Dozer does some digging.
He's a bulldozer.
Dozer does some digging. Says, there's not a whole lot out there. Um, with this Gibson. Um, you just, I mean, he's around. I mean, you can catch him here or there. It seems like he likes Dante's Inferno. Like I see traces of him there most often, at least of late, just digging around. Could I could I pinpoint like any like history or anything? No. Just like any other runner, we keep it clean for the most part. Now, if you knew his real name or something, I might be able to dig up more.
Nope, I only know a couple of aliases. Ones that I have given you. So, in your opinion, he's good at what he does.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Better than most of the Matrix that I've run into. I mean, I'd like to know what deck he's using.
I will not disclose any of that information. Some things I'll keep to myself.
It would sure up my game.
I have a feeling that he walks in a little bit more lucrative circle that you haven't entered into yet.
That's fair.
But you're young, and there's still time.
Yeah. One day. One day.
I'll give him a little nuzzle, a little kiss on the cheek. I need to be going.
All
Don't
right.
be a stranger.
Well, you neither.
I'll reach out to you. She'll give him a wink as she leaves. I'll get on my bike. I guess I should be talking about myself in first person, not third person. And I'll get on my bike
The boulder.
and I'm going to head out.
All right.
And I'm going to head to Tequila.
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 All right.
That's where one of my residences is.
I figured. I didn't recognize the name right off. I was like, ah, she's going home.
And when I get there, I'm going to send a message.
Okay.
In our unique method of sending messages to
Okay.
Shauna,
Okay.
and just say, might want to do some searching. We may have a problem. As of right now, I'm secure. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. She gets the idea. And she, obviously when she gets it, she'll do it. All right. And that is where we're going to. Oh, no, one more thing.
Somebody has a question.
One more thing. Recovering from damage.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. I have a cheat sheet.
Stun just requires rest.
Oh, yeah. For
Just
you
re-
yourself, stun just requires rest.
No problem.
Um,
the
Anything
drone.
else?
yeah.
Nobody took any physical damage, right?
No.
No, shock damage.
Just the guy that got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Well, I got some
Okay.
damage from the drone going down.
Yeah, drones. Okay, you just took physical damage. Okay. Fill up either one, and the droid is most likely irreparably destroyed.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Takes on I mean, you have a toolkit, you have a workshop.
Yeah.
You might have to spend a little money, but it is an extended test for mechanics.
All right. Not a problem.
So,
I'll try to fix
Alright.
the drone.
okay. So,
And after I get a couple days rest, I'll let Bronco run the shop for a couple days.
there you go. Well, for just a few stun, it probably won't take a couple
No,
of days.
that's like an hour at
Yeah.
most.
Oh,
Take the day off.
yeah, I'll take the day off.
Stun does not
Bronco
take
can
very
deal
long.
with Karen.
That's right.
In fact, stun comes back so quickly that when I tried to summon a spirit and failed and took like 9 stun damage, I still had enough time, like 6 hours later, to retry.
Yeah. Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. So it's not going to take me very long.
Yeah, it won't
No.
take you very long. So, all right.
Anything exciting at the club?
Gibson, you go to the club and you hear that, you know.
Yeah.
No, you see Mia. They play the Echoes of Tomorrow. They play, and when they take a break, she'll find you, and she'll say hi, howdy, hello. Do a little flirting, and then go back and play the other half of their set. But no, there doesn't seem to be anything happening at the club except people dancing, getting drunk, and probably high on some drugs, and others being completely enraptured with VR stuff. It's typical nightlife.
Hang out, have a drink, flirt with Mia, and eventually go home.
All right.
Either hers or his.
Part of me wants you to roll con, but you're not trying to deceive her in any way. Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. I mean, I think con actually still includes seduction under their specialty.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I would say that was charisma.
Yeah, but you're not really trying to con her. You are actually genuinely.
Manipulate. The ability to manipulate is what I think is the reason why.
Well,
But either way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you consider this you manipulating her, or just really you want to have the evening with her?
Yeah, just hanging out. Want to, spend the evening with her.
All right, give me a persuasion then.
All right.
Because I don't think you're trying to manipulate. You're just flirting. Oh, botch it. This could be fun. You thought you were a smooth talker.
And botching is rolling more ones than successes.
Yes.
What happens if I roll the same amount of successes as I roll ones?
Then it is not a botch.
Oh, well,
You have to
sorry.
roll more.
I rolled 7 dice. 3 of them succeeded. 3 of them were ones, and the other one was a 3. So
it's very close.
yes.
You stumble over your words a little bit, but oddly enough, she finds that cute. So you might end up at her place tonight.
Hey.
And I'll let you know. Let's see. Okay, Gibson's at Mia's. Because next week you might find out what you learn. All right. You might find out something. Who knows? All right. So that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Obviously, the run, the retrieval transport run, was completed. You already got your 5,000 paid for that. You don't get any money for having fun at an auction. Nobody was paying you to be there. But you have some items. But karma, I did not give you karma for the transport run, right?
Nope.
Okay. I am going to go ahead with this run and the fun times that you had there, and you each learned a little bit of information and got some faces and some names. I'm going to give you a total of 10 karma. Because it's over the last 3 sessions, since I didn't give it to you each night. I'm going to give you a total of 10 karma.
Karma done run off with my dogma.
Yeah.
Any notoriety or anything like that?
Um,
That we
Not
need
that
to keep
we'd
track
want
of?
any for this one.
Well, no, not that we'd want it, but I'm just asking if she wants us to keep track of these things.
Um, for the most part, I will keep track of those things.
Okay.
Because sometimes you'll know if you get seen or made, and other times you might not. So, so I'll keep track of that for the most part. For your reputation and whatnot, that's kind of based on your karma. So, like your overall karma,
Right.
not the karma you currently have, but the karma that you have earned via the whole
Spent.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it includes what you have plus what you have spent. So
Okay.
that's kind of your reputation. So based on that, meta game wise, knowing that you have now what, like 17 karma under your name so far, you can ask for more. Like, dude, we're not amateurs at this, like. So meta game wise, that helps you kind of judge how you might be perceived by fixers and Mr. Johnsons and things like that. So just so you know, because I know we're all fairly new to Shadowrun. That's kind of how reputation works. So, all right. So that's where we're going to end for tonight. All right. So, at this point, you will have some downtime. You're not turning around and having to do something for a Johnson or anything. You do have some items to get rid of, but they are hot right now, so they might have to lay low for a little bit. So you will have some downtime. So decide on what kind of downtime you would like to have, because I know at least at the beginning of next week, Senior will not be with us, so Reggie will be working on his drone, fixing cars, figuring out how to get his drone operating again.
And going to a recital with Karen's
Oh yeah,
daughter.
For Karen's daughter.
Temporarily
That's right.
unavailable.
That's
Right.
right. So he has to attend a recital for Karen's daughter. So
You don't want to mess with Karen.
nope. Keep Karen happy. And so he will be missing at least the first half. Are you going to try to join us for the second half?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I can get here, I will.
Okay.
But,
Okay. All right. Cool. Just wanted to see if to expect you for the second half or not. So, all right. So join us when you can.
Right.
And we'll continue the story next week. Sounds like a plan. All right. Thank you to those of you who are watching. Yeah.
We know you're out there.
We know you're out there. Subscribe if you want to join in the chat. You can leave some comments. You can let us know what you like, what you don't like. If you're familiar with Shadowrun, you can give us some tips, some tricks. That would be great, because none of us are extremely familiar. We're all noobs. And so yeah, join in, subscribe so you can leave those chats, and be sure to like, share, and turn on those notifications so you know when we're live. And don't forget to check out our website, dndadjokes.com. That is where we keep all of our upcoming events, the cons we're going to be attending, and we do try to link the cons websites as well to that page so that you can go to their sites to order tickets and things like that to gather more information. And the more information that we know, we'll put on there, but it's always good to check out their websites as well. And watch that website, because there will probably be a new hot sheet that'll show up in the website. And so check that out under our campaigns. It's under the About. Find our campaigns, Dark Allies, Shadows of Honor. And you can read about the characters that are in this campaign and find the hot sheets. So I think that's it. I feel like I jabbered. Is there anything else we need to share?
Have a great 4th of July, everyone.
Yeah,
yes. Have a good 4th of July. And for all of us American folks. Sorry, Senior. Your crowd is, I don't know what they celebrate. I mean, they still have 4th of July.
Have a great 4th of July anyway.
Have a great 4th of July anyway.
Why not? Usually like to go eat American barbecue.
That's right. Go eat American barbecue. I'm hoping to have brisket. We'll see.
Yes, that's what I like at the barbecue.
Yeah. So, all right. So, have a good 4th of July. We'll see you next week.
Catch y'all later.